Painted white with a simple yet elegant large red stripe, Sankaty Head Lighthouse is the only original lighthouse still standing on Nantucket. It endures as a symbol of the island. Sankaty Head Lighthouse was built on Nantucket Island's highest point of land, atop a 100-foot bluff in Sconset, on the easternmost edge of the island. The United States Congress appropriated $12,000 in 1848 to create a light that would guide vessels through the treacherous shoals in the surrounding waters. At the time, the high seas were the transportation highways of the world, and without the navigational aid of the lighthouse, many a precious cargo and sailor's life would have been lost. The Sconset Trust opens the lighthouse to the public several times a year. There are 60 spiral stairs to the landing space. Visitors then climb up a 10-step ladder to the lantern house, where they can go outside to walk around the lighthouse on its balcony. Sankaty was built as two concentric rings of brick with air between them. Completed in 1850, the lighthouse was originally 60 feet high. 10 more feet were added in 1888, with the installation of a new lantern deck. It was equipped with a second-generation Fresnel lens and a single-wick whale oil lamp. This lens made Sankaty the most powerful light in New England at the time. Its flashes could be seen 24 miles out to sea, and local fishermen joked that it was bright enough to bait a hook by night. The original lens was replaced in 1950 and is now on display at the Nantucket Historical Association.
When you're coming up the ladder, please lean in. And when you come through here, you'll see some handles right on your right there. The last step's a big step, okay? There you go. Good job. Now, here's what we do first when we get up here. Is we actually go up this ladder about halfway and we take a look at the light, the beacons that are up there, okay?
Okay.
And then we're going to go out this door behind me.
Excellent.
So have a look at the light.
Great.
And when you see it, you're supposed to say, I see the light.
Wow. Okay. In a very dramatic fashion.
So about halfway up. You got it? That's good enough.
Okay. I see the light.
Isn't that cool?
Very cool. In 1933, the light was converted to electricity. This increased its brightness sevenfold. The light's cadence is a 7.5-second rotation with a white flash. For the first 88 years, the lens was turned by a clock-like mechanism that was replaced in 1938 by an electric motor. From the balcony on a clear day, one can see to the north, Great Point Lighthouse in the distance, and summer cottages around Sackatchew Pond and Quidnet. To the west, the front 9 holes of Sankaty Head Golf Course. To the south, the village of Sconset and the Atlantic Ocean, with Spain 3,048 miles to the east. A brick keeper's house was originally built next to the lighthouse. Later, a double keeper's house was built, which was replaced by a ranch-style keeper's house in 1959. Due to the eroding bluff, all structures were removed from the site in 1994, except for the remains of the children's swing set. In 1944, the U.S. Coast Guard took responsibility for the upkeep of the light. Ownership was transferred through the Nantucket Historical Association to the Sconset Trust in 2007. No longer considered essential to navigation, the lighthouse was in serious danger of falling into the sea. When built, it was 280 feet from the bluff's edge. By 2007, it was only 68 feet away. The Sconset Trust raised $4 million to move the lighthouse back 267 feet from the bluff. Its new location is 405 feet northwest of the original site, on Sankaty Head Golf Club land through the benefit of an easement. While the U.S. Coast Guard continues to maintain the operation of the light, The Sconset Trust is responsible for preserving and maintaining the lighthouse. The lighthouse was moved by jacking it up and rolling it along parallel tracks. It took 10 days to cover the distance from the old site to its new home. The detailed story of the move, in words and photograph, is captured in a book by Robert Felch and Robert Benchley called Keeping the Light, available at the Sconset Trust website and local bookstores. Thank you for joining our tour of the Sankaty Head Lighthouse. If you're interested in learning more about the Sconset Trust and its conservation and preservation efforts, please visit our website.